Yes.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. Yeah, welcome. I've got Joan here with Wisdom Seeker Joan here with me today. We got Jean in the chat. Thank you, Jean. And Terri Suzuki should be here coming along soon. So I'm just told, she said she was coming. Oh, here she comes, as I say her name. Look at that.
There she is.
Abracadabra. I said your name and there you were.
You must be psychic.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, thank you for waiting for me. I turned on 2-factor authentication today, and it has made getting into anything pretty difficult.
Well, you should have seen what happened to me. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I was talking to Irish Granny, and I pulled something up behind the scene, and it kept saying, warning, warning, you need to do this, and I couldn't get it to go away. It was really weird. I put the word propaganda in, and that came up. Isn't that weird? I mean, that was like, okay,
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. So welcome, everybody. We're going to shout out to you, Sharon, Teresa, Scott, Craig, and Jean, of course, is in the chat, and Marby, Juno, Butterfly Kisses, Sue, Nancy Riker. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday. You guys if you get a chance, check out the gal that I had on at noon. Her name is Abby Vasquez, and she was doing some psychic medium readings and stuff, and she's awesome. She doesn't have a channel, but she is very good at what she does. So, yeah. So what's been going on? Wisdom Seeker Joan is still taking readings, correct?
Free readings, and at least until the end of April. And I've met such wonderful people.
Meeting great people.
This is just perfect for kind of an introverted person. I get to have real nice connections with beautiful people. Most of them are fans of this show, and not have to go anywhere in person.
I know, isn't that great? That's really awesome. I've put up seeker411@gmail is Joan's email. And you can write to her. She'll send you a link to sign up if you're still interested. She's going through to the end of April with her free readings and still doing shows with us. And I'm really pleased. And we'll have Thayer back next week, I'm assuming, because she was skiing. She was on my other channel with me and Kelly on Monday night. We had a ball. So, yeah. So she's got her moxie back, and she's still wearing her pink scarf. So.
And I'll just mention that I do have a channel. There's just nothing on the front page.
Really?
But if you go to Wisdom Seeker Joan, then you can find me there and go directly. There's a link directly to my booking page, so you don't have to email me.
Is it one word or two, or is it broken up like
it's 3 words. Wisdom Seeker Joan, just like you're seeing on the screen here. I should have sent that link to you.
Okay. That's okay. So Wisdom Seeker Joan, and you are planning on maybe opening Are you going to be opening?
Yeah, right now on my playlist, I just have all my guest appearances. I am fighting with my computer. I'm going to have to hire somebody to help me deal with files to be able to actually put a video up. But that's my goal for next week, by next week.
Okay. Wonderful. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Jean has it, she says, and she'll put it up. She'll put it up into the chat. Yeah. And hi, Mary Thornberry. Yes. All right, Terri, what's been new with you, girl?
Well, I finally put a video out yesterday.
Okay.
I've been recovering from my dental surgery, and I just wasn't as motivated as I should have been, and I finally got it out.
Understood.
And it's kind of a fun one because I end up reading a famous... my sitter's dad is a famous actor. And I didn't recognize his name, but once I Googled him, I saw his picture. And I'm like, oh my God, we've seen him everywhere. As a kid in the 60s and 70s. And it was pretty amazing.
Really?
A lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm getting back in the swing of reading people.
Good.
And in April, I will start having Saturday appointments. So it might be easier than to book me.
That's awesome. And
That was
I
a
will say,
wonderful video. I really enjoyed it, Terry. There were
I'm
good
gonna check
messages
it
for
out.
everybody there.
Well,
I'm gonna
thank
check it out.
you.
Yep. And although Terry wasn't able to get a table at our alchemy fair, she and I are still going to go. We're going to have fun,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll take
Yeah.
videos and show you what's going on. So yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. Next time, Terry.
Yeah, I was Allie. Actually, I was able to get on a waiting list just in case somebody else doesn't show up. But she told me that probably won't happen. So it's a pretty popular fair. So.
Okay. Yep. I've not heard of it before, and I've been here for a long time. I thought it was new. I guess it's not, huh?
I think it's still newish, but
newish. Okay.
yeah.
They have it at the Angel of the Winds Casino in, is it Marysville or Everett? I can't remember now.
Everett. So
Everett.
It's actually the event center in Everett. Yeah, it's not the actual casino.
Oh, it is. I'm glad you told me that, or I would have been there at the casino. Okay. Where are you, Terry? Yeah. Hello, Tony Stokes. It's nice to see you. Vivian, it's great to see you. You guys, you can go put up some, oh, wait a minute. Joan's YouTube link that you posted up here. Oops, somebody's already subscribed to you. Tony did. That's nice.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks, you guys.
SunPsychicJean, threw me a wrench. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm going to let you two talk, and I'm going to go back in and try to throw Jean a wrench. But I can't do both, so I'll let you banter.
Sure.
I'll let you two.
We'll see you in just a sec.
Banter. Okay.
Joan.
Yes.
I was wondering, have you had any interesting readings recently that you can tell us about without revealing who you were reading?
Well, I've had so many wonderful readings. And I was just talking to Allie about how most of the people that I read are, viewers of this show and other of Allie's shows and ones that you and Jean and Teri Lee are on. And so they sort of self-select. If you like those people, you're going to be someone that I'm going to like and connect with. And they're just wonderful folks. And and it's been fun too, because one woman that I read this week, I even think about her and it brings tears to my eyes, because we had a really deep, meaningful reading. And then afterwards, 2 or 3 of her family members are signed up for readings too. So it's like, that was a good endorsement. So I felt good about that. Yeah. Are you getting like any sort of, in your readings, messages that keep coming through, like Spirit wants everybody to know this? One of the things that's come through you tell me first.
Well, I was just going to say yes. Yes, I am too. I'd be curious to find out what the kind of messages you're getting that they want everybody to know.
One thing that keeps coming through is this message about sort of all hands on deck, that don't wait until if you have any kind of inclination for this kind of work, don't wait until you're as good as a TV psychic or something like that, these skills are needed now. And so take the risk and put yourself out there. And that's come through for a number of people who have said, well, yeah, I kind of see things, or I do this. And so you don't have to be a YouTube person, but maybe if you've always kind of, once in a while seen flashes of this or that, give it a little more credence and find a way to use it in your life, because it's kind of needed, I think.
I think it is. I'm not getting so much, well, I guess I kind of am. What I'm getting is that, and so in case people don't want to watch the video, the end of the video is really important, which is the the father that I was reading said that right now they kind of have an all hands on deck type thing where they're put on temporary assignments right now, where they're weaving these gold cords around the earth. Now they're not physically weaving cords; they're spiritually weaving these cords. And they told me, we can't intervene on what's going on the earth, but we're really feeling your prayers and your meditations and your efforts to try to bring peace about, to try to really amplify the spirit. And so these gold cords that they're talking about will actually help amplify our prayers, and so what they can do is amplify what we're doing. And I keep getting things like that we are to keep doing this, that this is so important. And often now when I'm reading, in a reading, and I'm seeing or talking to a passed on loved one, I'm seeing a gold cord coming from their body towards the earth or something. I'm seeing this gold cord a lot. So I think there's something to it, and it's not all in the same readings. I just keep seeing this.
Yeah.
So I think it's important.
I think that's all of a piece, that it's important, whether it's psychic kind of stuff or any kind of spiritual thing, of asking for protection or sending prayers and love and light.
Yeah. And just raising our vibration, being happy.
Right. It's sometimes we have days where our vibration kind of gets sucked back because of what's going on everywhere. But if we can try to rise above that, at least by the end of our day, and go to bed with a better feeling, it makes all the difference in the world for us. So thanks, ladies. I always love it when you bring the vibe up. Really great. Tony says to check out Lee Harris's YouTube for monthly energy updates. I don't know if I've seen him before. And apparently there's a lot of downloads. And I'm seeing that as well, and I'm seeing very similar ones. And actually, for the dream class that we've been working on with of which Terri is part of, and Jean and several others that are here, we are seeing some messages coming through for more than one person in the dreams. So
interesting.
It is. It's fabulous. So yeah, could you all put your questions in caps, please, and let us know. And thank you for putting up Kigaru Spiritual Journeys. And thank you also for going over to see Joan's channel already. And we're looking forward to its inception. Oh, okay. What should you be stepping into? We can ask about that, Lauren. Congratulations on the sale of the home. I know it probably is bittersweet. I would imagine it would be.
Yeah. I would.
Any thoughts? I'm going to let you have the time to do that.
Yeah, I just keep seeing the World card from the tarot deck, that this is the completion of a cycle. And I imagine, I've been through it too, it can be all encompassing and kind of take over your life. So let's see, Spirit. What's next for Lauren? There's telling me both breathe deep, and take a breather. So in both senses of the term, you need to give yourself a little bit of space to get some space from that experience. And in that time of take some time for your relaxation and imagination and start envisioning the possibilities. And now I'm seeing the magician. I think I skipped the fool, but now we're at the magician, where all the different tools are on the table. All the tools are on the table, and it's going to be, yeah, as you said in your question, you'll be stepping out, going through the fool thing, and then all of the different tools are on the table for the magician. So it's a time to contemplate about which way is next, which tool you're going to pick up, and which journey you're going to embark on. So it's a kind of a period of reflection. And I can already hear someone asking, well, how long is that period of reflection? And I'm hearing 2 to 3 months even.
Wow.
Don't rush it.
That is wonderful that you got the 2 to 3 months, because I actually got kind of the very same thing. I saw tools like that. I saw the rest, the breather. What I'm seeing is in this 2 to 3 months, you're going to have more, you're going to get some ideas. And they're telling me adventure. Think about this as an adventure. You're starting your next adventure. They're giving you these 2 to 3 months to plan, to listen to your guides, to listen to what's going on. And this is the time, if you don't already meditate, maybe try a guided meditation. And they're showing me you standing at the door of a house, that you're just inside the doorway, the frame. And in your meditation, they want you to take a step outside the door and to keep, as you meditate, actually they want you to use the word adventure, and they want you to, every time you take a step in your meditation, to say adventure, adventure. And after a while, you won't have to say that, but when you get to the end of the little walk from the door, I believe they're going to start showing you things that will talk to you about what your next step is. They would like you to do that. And I really do suggest doing that, because that very same reading I did, that I just did this video about, she read me back, and they gave me actual steps of a meditation they wanted me to do. And I did it the next day, following the actual steps they told me to do. And it was amazing. Wow.
I gotta watch that. That sounds wonderful. Yeah.
What do you get, Allie?
Well, I pulled 2 cards. I have these new cards called the Universal Folk Oracle that I just started using, and I like it. I see hidden, the word hidden, wisdom, elementals, fairy, and uncover. So there's something hidden right now that's coming, and I'm getting here that it's magic that's manifesting.
Wow.
With the goddess Isis. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused, Lauren. Good luck to you. That's great. I think you probably will get a really strong sense of where you need to go with this when the time is right. So, congratulations.
Well, let's mark our calendars for 3 months and check in with Lauren and see what's happening. Or you check in with us.
All right. That sounds like a plan. All right. So let's see. The next person we have is I don't know who this person might be, but SunPsychicJean wonders if you have a message from Father Michael. And I know that he's one of your guides, Terri.
Oh, Jean. So for those of you that may not be quite aware, but Jean's dad, Poppy, is part of my guide team. And he doesn't necessarily guide me in every time I'm there or in spirit, but when he does, he wears a magnificent robe gown. It's always got like gold weaving on it, and at this time it's a red beneath the gold cloth, and it's that Valentine's red, that heart red, that pinky red. And he just opens his cloak, which I've never seen him do it that way, and basically he just reveals his heart, that he loves you so much. And he's saying that he not only does he love you, he's with you, he's watching you, he provides protection for you. I'm hearing that if you ever are in a situation where you're reading somebody and you suddenly think, oh, I forgot to put protection on me, he says, don't worry, I got your back. He says, I will always take care of my little girl.
That's beautiful.
Very nice. Yes.
I just got feelings more than seeing things this time. Right away, my heart chakra just lit up. There's so much love for you there. And then my third eye lit up like a ball of fire. But then the vision came, and it was just the color sapphire blue. And the kind of the combination of those two, when your vision and your heart are together, it's a powerful combination. And your vision and your heart and his are manifesting wonderful things together. He's so proud of you. There's so much love, but he's so proud of you, and feels honored to be able to continue the relationship in this new way and help you in this path.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Jean, I got Diana, the huntress, and it says focused intention. Think about what you desire, set your sights high, and expect the best possible income. Not outcome. Income would be nice too, though. I won't say that was not a slip. But he sees you as a white swan. You're his beautiful white swan, and you know how lovely they are. The power of divine grace is within you, and I can see that. I can see you are divinely graceful, Jean, and your dad wants you to know, be proud of who you are. I see you as a beautiful swan on the water. Hold your head up high. Very nice. I got the chills. Wow.
This is amazing.
I see Jean as someone like the swan who can look so graceful, and yet underneath the surface, there's so much work going on that we don't see. And I know that is part of her. She makes it all look so easy on the outside, but she is working very hard.
Yes, absolutely. I've been told that, and I can see that with Jean. I've been told, I don't know how you can read the chat, write in the chat, answer the questions, do the cards. And so it isn't something it comes easier for me than it does for other people, I think. But I see Jean that way too, with the work that she does, that, it looks like it just flows, and maybe it does at some point. But yeah, there is a lot that's underneath the surface. So, and the little feet are under there paddling the water. Yeah. Okay, Patty Palmer, I got you, honey. All right. thank you, Jean, for bringing up a question. You needed to start the flow. So thank you, dear. We appreciate it. Nancy Riker would like to know what's coming towards her. And look at, she's got butterflies there.
I'm seeing that the new season taking shape. And then I'm seeing kind of, not clearly, but images that look sort of like those old-fashioned posters from the national parks.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're really nice posters. And I think I see one of a woman standing on, kind of a rocky outcropping in the mountains somewhere. So maybe there's travel to interesting outdoorsy places. But it's something about a shift in the seasons and adventures, probably. How about you?
That's exactly what I didn't do the same thing you did, but I got travel and adventure really strongly. And I thought, oh, that just can't be. I'm just going to sit here and think a little bit more. And then you have it too.
Yeah.
It's travel and adventure.
Wow.
And it does seem to be more of a natural type travel, like going to the mountains, going to the desert, going, to look at the natural world. But it is going to be an adventure, and they're going to be talking to you while you're doing it. So the best thing to do, I kind of hear, is to just treat this like a big adventure, and take notes. Yeah.
Take notes. So Nancy, if you don't want to travel, I'll pretend they read that for me, because that's what I would love to do. Or maybe we could go together. I don't know. But I pulled the nuthatch on the feather cards. And, it's funny because I love Monty Python, and they have a shtick about the nuthatch wetting their nests. So I just happened to think of that. It says, stay grounded, welcome the new knowledge and perspective that's coming to you. So that could be travel. And I have here that you are a warrior. You should be assertive and focused, and you action and rising. And look at this beautiful warrior. She's taking it upon herself to go out into the world and taking action on her own. So beautiful cards and beautiful readings. I hope you do want to travel. We've all had to put that aside for the last few years. There's not a lot of people that can do that. And being outside seems to be sort of a middle ground if we're still kind of fearful about being out there just yet. So
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Nancy. Good luck. All right. The next one is from Kathy O. In his new job in Idaho, will her son get back together with his wife? In Montana or Minnesota?
Minnesota, MN.
Minnesota. Thank you.
Let's see, Kathy, if you can, if you're still here, put your son's and his wife, their first names in the chat. That would help. But I'll try to tune in anyhow.
Here you go. Yeah, if you're here, I'll check it out, see if I can find it. Jamie and Christina. Jamie and Christina.
Jamie. Okay, Jamie.
So, I can't read your son because he's not here, hasn't given me permission to read him. But as I'm reading you and kind of looking at you, I'm seeing that you have happiness over him. So I'm kind of reading him indirectly. I'm seeing that he will have happiness in Idaho with this job. There feels like a real fullness to it, like that the job uses the best of his skills, that he's able to live well, to work well. And while I can't quite see his wife and see what's going on, I'm seeing you looking at him, and it's like a spring garden. It's full of these fluffy white flowers. Just there's white flowers everywhere. And to me, it's making me feel like just deep happiness, like that good things, really good things are happening. And it's making you happy. So I'm assuming it would probably make him happy.
Yeah, I am feeling with Jamie, first kind of a sigh of relief, and then a sense of excited anticipation. Like when you start something that it's new and it's, but you know that you have what it would take to do it. And it's a matter of adjusting and seeing how you fit in and trying something new. But that kind of, instead of a fearful anticipation, it's an excited anticipation. So the bass note sort of is a very positive feeling. Sort of underneath it all, the bass note is, I've got this. And so the anxiety or anticipation or whatever, that the nervousness on top of it is sort of like, waiting for a cute date or something like that. It's a happy anticipation. And it probably is not ethical, you're right, to be reading the two of them. But I don't think that door is closed entirely.
That's pretty much what I got too. I get here Sununos from the special cards here, from the Keepers of the Light, and that is but it's also expressing passion, sensual and sexual powers that are increased. So I think if they get back together, there is some kind of a magnetism that will take over in the present. But this particular ancient one says to express your driving passion, and I'm assuming it's for these two, not for you. But if you want to do it too, you can do it. Why not, right? He's a very good worker and is smart. Yep, we know you want him happy. We all want our children to be happy. We understand, Kathy. Thank you for the question. All right, we got our Craig Dixon here this evening. Wonders if he'll finish his book on his friend Clara, and will it be successful? His friend Clara is his guide. So.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Craig. Yeah. And thank you for saying hello to us. We just didn't get a chance to acknowledge you earlier on in the chat.
Yeah.
Craig, I can tell you right away, I'd read that. So at least you have one.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, I'm getting confused between what I call Earth Joan and Space Joan. But as a writer myself, the Space Joan, the connected Joan is saying, yes, you are going to complete it. But either Spirit or me or both of us together are saying, don't talk too much about it. As a writer myself, I cannot tell you how many projects that have just stopped because, I went for a walk with a friend and told her about the book project that I was starting. And then it was gone. So it's keep it as your precious gem. And And even though it gets you so excited that you want to shout from the mountaintops, keep it to yourself until, at least until it's in the editing stage. And then talk about it. You can have, just as you've done here, it's about my friend Clara, and maybe it concerns the themes of this or that, but it can just dissipate like into thin air. So those, that's a combination of spirit and me saying, protect it.
Yeah. Yep.
And I see that your progress is going to keep going in a very even manner, and you're going to get to the goal. And I feel like it will take off. I mean, it's not going to be a absolute hit overnight or anything, but I can see that this is going to work. And yeah, I would completely second what Joan says, because she's written that book. I've read one of her books.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just saw an airplane taking off, but it was mostly in the travel stage. It was very even.
Oh, I like that. But it's taking off. It's beginning to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So in 2014, I was led to write a book, and I understand what Joan is saying, basically. I didn't finish the book because I felt like the person that I was going to chronicle in the book would have wanted it to be perfect. He was a perfectionist. And so the book still sits. I don't do any more with it. I think that it just was a beginning for me. But I do know that I had a lot of people that wanted to take over. So I understand what that's all about. I get the card Gaia, which is the earth connection, Craig. And I'm getting here to be mindful, come back to earth, and stay grounded. It's okay if you're up here writing, and it's okay if you're doing your work on that airplane as you take off. Just make sure you have to live on the earth. So make sure that you ground yourself and you stay grounded as well, because you have to balance between the two worlds. That's the advice that I have for you.
Could I jump back in for a sec? I didn't mean don't tell anybody because somebody else might steal the idea. It's like spirit gives you these ideas for books because they want you to communicate to them or want it communicated. And to spirit, it doesn't really matter whether you're communicating it to thousands of people and hopefully millions of people through the book. Right. If you just tell your friend about the idea on a walk, okay, that's done. You communicated the idea, and that's where all the power of my book went.
Thank you for saying that, because I wasn't sure. Maybe some other people wouldn't have been sure as well. Yeah. But the other thing is that once so the idea is once it's spoken, it's gone. It's out there. It's done.
Like, then we did our job.
We did it. So we did it. Thank you very much. Now we'll move on. Okay.
Absolutely brilliant.
Good advice. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Thank you. I love learning. Thank you. Valerie's brother told her that he's selling the house I live in. Do you see me in his new house or my own place?
Okay.
Do you need her brother's name at all, or you got her name, I guess?
His new house. Okay. I'm going to ask the pendulum about this. Will Valerie be living with her brother in his new house? That seems to say yes. Will Valerie be living in the house on her own after this house is sold? No.
I got the feeling from them slightly different, that yes, you will live with your brother for a little while, but that after a while there will be an opportunity for you to move into your own home. I don't have a lot on that opportunity or how it is, how exactly it will come about, but it seems there will be.
Same theme, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a little protection in living with her brother.
Maybe there is. It is admonishing you for self-love. So, I think that might be it. That might be exactly it, Terry. That, she feels comfortable living with him, and that he may protect her in spiritual ways, but also that she needs to take care of herself. We all need that. We all need self-love. We all need to make sure we do self-care and self-love. And we are our own worst critic, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I hope wherever you end up, that is your abode and your safe place. So, I don't want to skip back here, but Andrea wonders, and I don't know if this question was answered by what you said or not, Joan. So if you would like to tackle what Andrea says here.
That's what's happened to you too. I've just explained it. Well, that it's, especially when they're in their developing stages, it's the spirits are saying, this is an idea that we want to have communicated. And then when you tell somebody about it, it's been communicated and they're like, well, my work here is done. And then it just goes. And I've lost, I've been pretty far into some other projects, and then can't keep my mouth shut and start, you get so excited about it and start blabbing about it. And then you sit down the next morning, there's nothing in the well. I don't know why that is.
I've read that it's the same thing for something that you want. Like if you really want, let's say, this car or this dog or what, I don't know, this trip, and you talk about it, it throws the energy out there and doesn't keep it close to you.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Andrea, I have had success sharing ideas about a project I want to do, or, I'm trying to think what kind of projects. I have found, exactly as Joan's saying, that if you say the whole idea, it's like gone and you can't complete it at all. But I have found some success in very narrowly sharing parts of it. Like I'm having trouble figuring out how this leads to that. Do you have any ideas? And I've been able to stay on track with that. So I think if you get super narrow, sometimes it's helpful.
That's good advice.
The other thing is sometimes you think you have a really good idea or something that you want to do, and you mention it, and people say, oh, that's impossible. You'll never be able to do that. Or they'll kind of poo-poo it and take the wind right out of your sails. And so I think this is an important concept to bring up. And that's why I'm kind of bringing it back again, because I think that, many times we let other people's replies or whatever influence us as well. We've sort of let the cat out of the bag, and now possible. No one's ever been able to do that. No one can do that. You can't do that, or whatever. I just saw it on, actually, this lady said she wanted a Shih Tzu, which is what I have, a little dog, but she can't afford to buy one. And she wonders if someone would work with her, because they're like $3,000 in some cases, not in mine, but in some. And everybody that was on that site initially started to say, well, if you can't afford to buy one, they're very high maintenance, and you have to pay this and you have to do that and you need this. And it went on and on and on. And the person before me wrote what I wanted to write, which was, come on, give me a break, people. You're talking her out of it, really. You don't need to do that. She wants to know if she can find somebody that will work with her. And I said, I agree with the person here. Let's wish her well. Let's wish that she can find what she is looking for. And, I think we all tend to do it maybe to protect other people, but at the same time, it's almost I don't know, it's so negative. It's not, you're not lifting anybody up at all. So thank you, ladies.
And also, it can be self-sabotage too. In the early parts of a large project like that, a lot of it is happening in your head, but it's working out word by word. And when you bring it out, you see it in the cold light of day and think, oh, that's never going to work. and see its own flaws, where if you're being the craftsman, all the ideas are coming, everything seems exciting and possible, but you're bringing it into reality letter by letter by, word by word. And there's a difference there when you just kind of out with it. It's like, oh, there's lots of holes here. This isn't doable. And then it's gone.
Right. And you just really sabotage the whole thing. It gets sabotaged, I guess is the right word, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for that, ladies. And gentlemen, Cheryl in Sirius asks if she'll overcome her health issues. I will say that we are not doctors, or, this is entertainment only. We can answer, generally for you, Cheryl. But I want to send out lots of love to you for your health issues and the hopes that, everything works out for you at the same time.
I'm not getting real specific stuff, but I seem to be getting a suggestion. I'm seeing a healer, whether at first it was in a traditional doctor's white lab coat, and then I'm seeing the same type of person, like back in history, and the person is of Asian descent. So I don't know if this is suggesting traditional Asian medicine as a complementary thing to explore in addition to traditional medicine, or if you just happen to have an Asian doctor who's really good. But I get a good feeling about this person.
And I kind of heard right away, don't be afraid. And the other feeling I got is there's something to be learned here, that this journey is a journey of growth. And of course, health problems never feel like that. But I think that this buys you time to grow too. But that's the most thing I heard very strongly, is like, don't be afraid.
So I pulled a card for you, Cheryl, and I love the card. It's called number 18, Empowerment. Expansion, together, prosper, and divine. So I feel as though your guides and the loved ones are trying to empower you to make the decisions that you need to make, and that you will expand and prosper, and that the divine is on your side. I just love the card.
Wow.
It's just a gorgeous card. Look at all the sunflowers. It's just gorgeous. So I hope that this means that all is well, but empower yourself to make the decisions you need to make when the time comes. And I think you have the answer. You do. Thank you, Cheryl. We wish you well on your journey with your health issues.
Yes.
I love this question here. Pierrette wants to know, is her dad yet Edgar, the one that's moving the toilet paper rolls?
Let's dig in and find out what's going on.
I'm curious. Is he putting it back in the holder? That's pretty cool. He could come to my house.
That's funny.
Oh, I'm going to make a little triangle, and I tune into Pierrette, and then I go to her father. I see this man who's just laughing and laughing. I think if he was the type of person who thought that you'd enjoy that as a joke, that might be him.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, Fred, I'm not getting anything because him laughing has absolutely caught
Has
my
taken
attention.
over.
Oh my God, I kind of think he did it. The laughing
Yep.
really catches my attention.
Oh, yes. So I get this wonderful card, gifted. He's gifted because it's hard to move stuff from the other side. Really hard to do that. And it says here, creativity and growth in the space. Look at that. So he's using a lot of his energies in order to, and it reminds me, my mother used to say, you have to put the toilet paper on roomsy, not wallsy. And I think some of you have you heard that? Yes. And meaning the way that it unrolls, is it closer to the room or is it against the wall? So, if that's what he's doing, then that's funny too. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, a little potty humor here. All right. All right, we got Patty Palmer wondering about her search. She has to go to the doctor. She has to have some surgery. She's wondering how that might turn out. And Patty knows also that this is for entertainment purposes only.
I got a flat no on surgery. I'm not getting much else.
Oh. Okay.
I am seeing a surgeon, but I see like another arm, like an angel's arm around him, guiding him. Like he's going to be, or she's going to be divinely guided. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Divinely guided and not to fear.
Okay. Allie, you're the tiebreaker. It's all on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. I'm going to pull one of these cards.
Okay.
Get your sign from nature. Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. Speak your truth.
Well, no,
Patty?
that could be a very good answer. Maybe Patty needs to talk to her doctor and get more information about this. Why?
Yep. And Tony Stokes says, have faith. Yeah, have faith.
Yeah.
And speak your truth. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to get a second opinion, maybe, right? They can't push, when we were younger, at least you go to the doctor and they're like a demigod, they tell you what you need to do and you just do it. But now you're a consumer and you have the right to change doctors or get second opinions or whatever. So maybe that's what it is, because yes and no becomes, we don't know yet. Right.
Yeah.
And maybe the no is just not at this time.
Not at this time.
And that's something to ask the doctor about. Are there other avenues?
That's right.
What are the risks and benefits of waiting? All those things. Oh, absolutely. We send you our best, Patty. Good luck.
Yes, Patty. You know it, girl. We send you lots of love and Reiki. And she has asked for it on Facebook. So I feel as though I can ask here. And so, because I know you have to have permission. But she has asked on the Way Showers site on Facebook. So, all right, we've got Vivian wondering if we can get a message from her childhood neighbor, Tony Inho. Tony Inho passed away a few years ago, and she's had some dreams about him.
Okay, Vivian and Tony Inho.
What's after my heart?
I'm wondering if you used to play dress up together. Because I kind of see him like he's wearing a king's robe, like the big velvet robe, and he's carrying a staff, there's a black wand sort of with some sort of gold thing on top of it. Okay, what's this mean? Can you tell me more about this, Spirit? He feels like the king of the world. He's doing fine. He wants you to know that. And I loved our time together. Don't remember. Yeah, remember that the fun, and whenever you remember that, I'm there with you again. Remember the fun we had.
And I'm just seeing a really jolly fellow, just a wonderful guy. And I can see through his life that he, as a child, he was quite a good play person, person to play with, and that he really grew throughout his life. But he kept his sense of humor through all. I can see that. He's just really a jolly guy. And when Joan said he's the king of the world, I heard him laugh. So he probably would absolutely love to be thought of that way. I'm going to take a step out here in that he looks to me like he has black hair or had black hair in life. He almost looks like he might have some Hawaiian in him. And the robe then kind of made sense on the person that I'm seeing.
Cool.
And he says, live your life, girl. Live your life to the fullest. It's fabulous over here, but over here on Earth is where you get all your experiences. He said, even though I kind of get to see your experiences, he says, I can't wait till you come here and then tell me all about them. He says, I want to hear those stories. So make sure you make them good. Make them good.
She said he was a tall, dark-eyed Italian man and that he died from drink, unfortunately.
Oh, God.
I get here celebration. He's thrilled you wanted to hear from him. And he said, I can assure you that you just need to have confidence that I've probably tried talking to you several times now. I have really good motivation, but the world of spirit is oneness and positivity. So keep your confidence, Vivian. I'm with you all the time. And but I love this celebration. I'm hearing that song, celebrate good times. Yeah.
Oh,
awesome. Some of you that have come in late, I'm sorry, we're doing the best we can. We're almost at our hour. We've got a couple more to do, so we can't take any more questions today. Please come back next week, same time, same station, and ask your questions because we love to help you out if we can. Stephanie wonders if you have a message from her guides.
The first thing I got, go ahead.
No, you go. You have to remember.
Okay. The first thing I got was the feeling of the new season coming on, the spring coming and all the new life. And then it just immediately switched to images that I don't really understand. It was like a little boy running into a big stuffed animal, maybe a stuffed lion or a bear. And then that turned into somebody in a costume. So, Spirit, what does this mean? What does this mean for Stephanie? The new season is bringing fresh opportunities to see things differently. Things aren't always as they seem, but they're not always bad. Sometimes things that aren't as they seem, there's something good underneath, not something bad underneath. So you might see opportunities or new things in the new season that you might be a little skeptical about, but they're encouraging you to play along. That's what it is, play along and see where it brings you. As long as you are assured that it's something safe and everything. I'm sorry this is so vague, but I hope it means something to you. But the overall feeling was new opportunities with the new season, playfulness, and going along with something that's fun.
Oh,
That's
that's what you
amazing.
got too.
Right off the bat, I thought I was looking at like a wood nymph, like a spirit, a wood nymph spirit, and then it kind of turned into Peter Pan.
Ooh.
And I think that's reinforcing the playfulness, the adventure, the growth that comes with the spring, and to keep your mind open to new opportunities, keep your mind open to play and the playfulness. It seems like what
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to be a little more playful with you, that they're going to I don't know, take you on an adventure, show you different perspectives. Because when you think about Peter Pan, he was only looking at life from one perspective. I want to be a little boy. But he didn't look at the perspective that what does life look like when you grow up too? And how can you still keep that feeling of adventure?
Beautiful. I got chills with that one.
So
Great.
I get beginnings.
Whoa.
Adjustment, shedding, new, and release. And that's exactly what Joan had said first. Basically that it's a new season. It's a new beginning. It's a new way of looking at things. And that's exact. And Terry said too, looking at something and you're shedding one sort of garment for another, let's say, or one sort of view. There's a fixed mindset and growth mindset. In fixed mindset, we believe this and we can never veer from it. In growth mindset, we look at new things. We're more open-minded. New season for that. Thank you. Wow. Very nice. All right. I just want to share this. I have two other questions and we are done for today. But Sandra Wells just wanted to express her appreciation and love that Joan and Terry bring to their readings. So,
Sandra, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandra.
I wanted you ladies to see that, and I agree. That's wonderful. So, the next one is Connie. Do my guides have a message for me? Connie, I get remembrance, remembering, love, loss, and healing. That's what I get. Remember to remember. Ooh, kitty cats on there.
I hope this means something to you, but before I could even do that, where I'm trying to really tune into you, right away, it's like there's a counter at kind of my eye level, and suddenly a cook pops a huge pizza on it and he yells, "Pizza, pizza's ready." And I'm like, wow, what does that mean? I mean, and of course my guides are like, what would that make you feel? And I'd be like, pizza party. I'd be very happy. Wow, I hope that means something to you, the pizza. I hope you love pizza, because that's, I don't know, they're sending something fun your way.
That helped me understand what I was seeing. Terri, thank you. Because right away I saw kind of a Tinkerbell fairy, and I thought, oh, I'm remembering that from the last reading. But then it turned into a butterfly, and then into someone floating and swimming, and like doing the breaststroke sort of. And I think the message is high vibration. The high vibrations that you would get when, yay, something that you love to eat comes, and there's party, and the being in water can lift your vibration too, and lift your emotions and sort of cleanse everything out. So maybe being in nature, being in water, and having pizza will help keep your vibration high.
There you go. I'll be happy to do that. I love pizza. Even though I was a cook for Pizza Hut for many years, I still can eat it every day if I really wanted to. Isn't that crazy?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks, Connie. We hope that resonated with you. Finally, this evening, Blessed 1111 is asking about any messages from spirit guides.
I don't know. These things that I see. Here's another one that's kind of odd. I saw you as like sort of a small figure that was on a string bouncing up and down. And then it was like a yo-yo, but it was going up and down and up and down. And then it was a yo-yo, and they were doing this one where you put it up over your head. So I think it's another like moving. Oh, and it started out in the vortex of your crown chakra. There was this bouncing thing up and down here, and then it's like up this way, like a yo-yo. So it's more like you are connecting with the higher realms, and have been practicing. I don't know. I think maybe the message is to keep lifting up and keep trying to and keep connecting with them from the highest chakra. And there's a lightness there. I'm sorry, that was kind of odd, and I couldn't interpret it very well. I hope that means something to you, though.
Well, they told me right away they want her to keep searching. And I feel like they're saying, keep searching the higher realms, keep searching for this answer. And then they're showing me Easter. And I'm wondering if you will find your answer by Easter, or find what you're searching for by Easter.
Well, I get here to look for the meaningful coincidences or the synchronicities. And I know that you already do, because you've got 1111 in your title. Mm-hmm. So you are being given more meaningful coincidences. And then it says to create, to be a dynamic and inspiring, use your energy and your gifts. So perhaps you just need to start looking at the synchronicities and using your gifts to help other people in whatever way you can. And I think it will be revealed whichever way you decide that you want to use your gifts. So, all right. We are done for this evening on this 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. here, like in 20 minutes. I have a show with Kelly on Circle of Friends Tarot. It's been my third show of the day. I don't know that I want to do that again. But anyway, I love you all. And here we go. We'll see you next week. Thank you so very much for coming by and seeing us. And ladies, bless you. And enjoy your evening. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody who came.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for asking questions. Thank you for having us on, Allie.
Sure, of course. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye, everybody.
I know.